The things that we love in this life, when we stand in front of Allah on Judgment Day, we will no longer love them. Allah describes يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَخِيهِ وَأُمِّهِ وَأَبِيهِ وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَبَنِيهِ وَفَصِيلَتِهِ الَّتِي تُؤْوِيهِ وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا ثُمَّ يُؤْوِيهِ. Allah describes a day on which we will run away from our spouse, our child, our father, our mother, our brother, our entire extended family. In fact, we will offer all of humanity and say, Ya Allah, let them go to hell, just save me. That's going to be a person on Judgment Day too. يَوْمَ تَذْهَلُ كُلُّ مُرْضِعَةٍ عَمَّا أَرْضَعَتْ. The day on which every mother who was carrying a baby will drop whatever she was carrying. Allah didn't even say her baby. He said عَمَّا أَرْضَعَتْ, as if she doesn't even recognize this child. Some people don't love people. Some people love money. Allah says about them, وَإِذَا الْعِشَارُ عُطِّلَتْ. When camels that used to be the Ferrari of the time, when their line of Ferraris are being let go and they're rolling down the hill, crashing into poles, they don't care. They don't care. Nobody cares on Judgment Day, you know. And if he were to give مِلْءُ الْأَرْضِ ذَهَبًا وَلَوْ اِفْتَدَى بِهِ, if he could find that human being, the greedy human being that loved money, that loved wealth, if they could find the weight of the world in gold, and they could give that as a ransom so they can save themselves on Judgment Day, they would do it. They'd do it. They wouldn't have no love of money left. Well, the same way we have no love of money left, we have no other emotions left. We have no anger left towards anybody. When Judgment Day starts and you see that guy who cheated you in business, you're not going to look at him and say, I know the mountains are melting, but come here. Man, I hate, Ya Allah, this guy. You're not going to do that. Nobody's going to care. It won't matter. We're thinking that the way we think about things in this life is the way we're going to wake up in the next life. It's not, it doesn't work that way. That day is much bigger than our problems. It's much, much bigger than our problems. I'll give you another example to understand the change in perspective we're going to experience on Judgment Day. And so the way we think about, Ya Allah, I don't want this person forgiven on Judgment Day, this is our limited thinking, because we're thinking only in terms of dunya. We're not thinking in terms of the akhirah. The akhirah is a different world. The next life is a different world. We will be different. We're not going to be the same as we are now. But even in this life, if you have a problem with somebody, let's say you had a fight with your brother, you didn't speak to your brother for a whole year, not since last Ramadan, and he called you and you pressed the red button, and he texted you and you blocked the number, and you don't want to deal with the guy, right? And now you don't even know that one time you got invited to some house somewhere and he's over there. And you're about to leave, but there's a fire in the house. There's a fire in the house. You're like, I'm not talking to him. I don't think I should tell him about the fire. Let him burn. You're not going to do that. For that, during that fire, during the emergency, whatever problem you had disappeared. You could pull him out of the fire, be outside. Once he's safe, you can go back to being angry again. But in that moment, the problem that is in front of you is much bigger than the problem you had. So for those moments, you suspended your problem. You understand? So the same way, one of the things that we have to acknowledge is that our grudges or our anger or our frustration or our disagreement with somebody, these things will disappear. And of course, one of the things that we believe about Judgment Day and especially about Jannah, may Allah grant all of us His Jannah, is وَنَزَعْنَا مَا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مِنْ غِلٍّ. Allah will remove any bad feelings you had towards anybody. Allah will get rid of it.